Hi again, everyone. Scott Pyre, Popcorn Fan here, and today I have two reviews that I want to do for you guys. I want to review Abigail, which I just recently watched for the first time, like a few days ago, and you know, I want to give my thoughts on it because this was the next movie after Scream 6 that Radio Silence directed, and they're really good. I think they're really good horror directors, and I think this movie, Abigail, was another film with Melissa Barrera, by the way, who was also in previous Scream movies, and I thought the story was interesting. I think the actress that played, the little girl, Alicia Weir, I thought she was phenomenal as this little girl who you sympathize with at first because she's a little girl, and then you figure out what she is, and oh my goodness, run for your life. And I like the cast of this movie. Between Alicia Weir as the vampire girl, and Melissa Barrera, and Kevin Durand, and Catherine Newton. I like a lot of the cast in this movie. It's a fun, colorful cast, and what they did interestingly with the story is kind of poking fun at exposition a little bit, that you would sometimes get in a movie like this. They kind of poke fun at it in a way that no backstories to any of you, no real names, don't do any of that, no. And then it's like, and then and they poke fun at exposition, which is kind of funny, and we get unique a unique way of getting these backstories in humorous ways at times, and I thought that was kind of funny. And also, this movie being a rated R horror film, you get quite a few kills in this. It's pretty gory, and I like that. And there's something to be said about a movie like this, because I was expecting something in the third act, and they don't specify. They don't specify it in a way that I was hoping for. They leave it ambiguous as to who her father is. The vampire girl. They don't specify it, and because I kept thinking, who is this little girl's actual dad, right? I was thinking in my head, maybe it's Dracula, but they never specify who it is exactly, and I'm not gonna spoil it, but yeah, and also in regards to one of the characters in this film, I wasn't sure what to think of him at first. He seemed like a decent guy, and then he turns out to be quite a quite a character. I'll just say that. And going into the third act of the film, where I do think it starts to get just a little bit convoluted with some of the twists and stuff. I will say that, like, in the third act, it gets a little convoluted with some of the twists, but it's still enjoyable. And there's another character in this movie, Kevin Durand. I love him. He's a great actor, and he was so funny in this movie. I really liked him. And but near the beginning of the movie, there's this other character who's kind of an annoying character in a way, with the way he was acting with, like, Catherine Newton's character, and I just didn't really like him very much. And I was kind of glad that he was the first to die, because he was annoying. And although, I think most of the characters are pretty colorful and fun to watch, and I thought this movie also had a great soundtrack. I think overall it was a very good film, and I really like that we've got a new vampire movie this year, because I feel like that specific subgenre of horror has been starting to make a bit of a resurgence. You know, last year we had that Dracula movie, Voyage of the Last Demeter, which I personally liked. I know I'm in the minority in regards to that film, but I really enjoyed that movie when it came out last year. And, you know, this movie, Abigail, coming out this year, I'm glad we're starting to get a bit of a resurgence with that particular subgenre of horror. And I'm really happy with this one. It was a decent film, and if I had to give Abigail a grade, I would definitely give it. I'd say. I'd say an A minus. I think that'd be my grade for Abigail. I didn't think it was an amazing movie by any means, but it is decent. You know, it's a decent film. Maybe I'd give it a B plus. I guess like in the middle there between B plus and A minus. I'm not entirely sure what I want my grade to be for this. Maybe closer to a B plus. But yeah, it's a decent film, and you'll get a lot of fun out of it. And I think the actress Alicia Weir, you know, the little girl, I think she has a pretty good first starter of the film, and she reminded me of Linda Blair a little bit at that age. Both her and Vivian Lyra Blair, who previously played Princess Leia in the Obi-Wan show, they both look like Linda Blair at that young age. I don't know what to say about that, but both this little girl in this movie and Vivian Lyra Blair, which is ironic because she has the same last name, but they're not related. They both look like a young, really young Linda Blair from that age, from when Linda Blair was in The Exorcist, all those many years ago in the 70s. I don't know what to say about that. They both look like Linda Blair. But yeah, it was a great film, and I really enjoyed it. So yes, I have one more review for you guys today. I want to review Elemental, which I just saw for the first time with a couple of friends about a week ago, and I can't wait to get my thoughts on that. So look forward to that, and we'll see you guys very soon. Peace.